Peace, peoples. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did a preloaded video to come talk to the peoples. But what I got going on in the makings, right? What I got going on in the playbook is Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters, come on down. You're the next Negro on The House is Right. Yeah, damn it. Come on down. You're the next Nigbot on The House is Right. I mean, God damn it. God damn it, house, man. Come on down. But look, Maxine, you was fighting for, and what was that, in the early 90s, you was fighting for the CIA dumping that dope in the African-American communities. You was fighting hard for the African-Americans. What happened? What happened? Maxine, what happened? You gave up on the cause, goddammit. You was fighting hard about the CIA planting that dope in them African-American communities. And I 21 gun salute you for that. Because like you said, it was coming across that border, right? The hypocrisy and politics. The hypocrisy and politics. You was fighting hard than a motherfucker about that dope coming across that border. Where was it coming from? Cuba back then? That's what you said. And the CIA was all involved. It came out in articles and shit that they was involved in loading up African-American communities with that dope. And then Joe Biden came out with the 94 crime bit. See, it was all orchestrated, y'all. That shit was orchestrated, y'all. They planted dope in the African-American low communities, right? And then Joe Biden, along with Bill Clinton, came up with the mass incarceration bill, which incarcerated half African-Americans for selling dope because they pumped the dope in the communities. Like they were saying, ain't no motherfucking airplanes and helicopters in the African-American community. I was just parked alongside of this joint at Family Dollar. That Benz right there. Nice joint. But yeah, see how it all was orchestrated, ladies and gentlemen? It was, as Joe Biden said, created. What's the two main words I always talk about, y'all? Created and experiments. They created this situation for African-American men, right? I told y'all, their foot been on our neck a long time ago. Not just with the man in the house rule. How many of y'all know about the man in the house rule, right? So let me walk y'all down memory lane for those who have Alzheimer's and forget shit. Now, the house and the man rule was established by the government that if the female wanted to collect benefits and welfare, health care, she had to sue the father, which the father at that point, no training, no trade, no education. The same devils who orchestrated this war are the same devils who taught them in school, which ain't teach them shit. So that's why most African-American men dropped out of school, because they wasn't interested in what they was teaching. And what they was teaching was foolishness and lies. Everything that was taught and told to you was a motherfucking lie. That's what I'm standing on. But anyway, as we walk down memory lane, the man in the house ruled the female couldn't have a man in the house. And they did inspections where they came out, and if they seen any type of man garments inside these female houses that was on that government assistant, they lost their vouchers and was disqualified from the program because they wanted to help their baby father because he's no education, no type of trade back then, right? It was all orchestrated. And then they come along with the CIA, what Maxine Waters was talking about, when they planted that dope in the African-American communities, knowing that the no man in the house rule which gonna lead to no education, no trade, and it's gonna lead to the CIA pumping that dope in the community, and he gonna get his hands on some dope and start slinging dope. And then you got Joe Biden, when President Bill Clinton was the president at the time, came up with mass incarceration. They supplied the communities with the dope, and then they locked them up. Called it mass incarceration. Said they was animals. This is what Joe Biden said. I got the video up, so y'all know I ain't jaw-jacking. I try to come up here and wake some of y'all up that want to be woke up. The rest of y'all sheeps. Stay sheeps. You feel me? Stay sheeps. But what I'm telling you is, it was all designed that way. Two main words that they use: created and experiment. They created this situation for men, period. Because it's not only low-income black men, you got low-income white men that's on that shit too. As y'all would call them, trailer park trash, right? What about them? They in the same situation we in as African Americans. Men, collective. Right? And then you go out there, you slinging a little dope that the CIA put in the community, and then you find yourself locked up. Right? Then they came out with the 3-strike law. That was designed to incarcerate your ass for life. God damn it. Think that was in California? What other state got the 3-strike law that they came up with? You can go in on 2 felonies. You can go in the store, pick up a pack of gum, walk out the store, and they get you for stealing inside the store. That's your 3rd strike. That's life behind bars. Ladies and gentlemen, it was designed and orchestrated that way for failure for the black man and low-income trailer park trash men, right? That's what y'all call them, trailer park trash, right? Well, you got ghetto hood trash too. You got hood rats. You got all types of shit. Who was benefiting from the African-American man and even trailer park trash white men selling dope? Who benefited from it? Females did. The females that wasn't allowed to have a man in their house. And then this goes back to, you got a man, he don't got no education, he don't got no trade. Now you looking at that drug dealer now. You see that drug dealer rolling up in them fine cars, getting out with the finest garments on, jewelry, snakes, bankrolls in his pocket. Then the female start looking to the drug dealer. And the drug dealer be taking care of them. Now, you got the gov taking care of them, and they got that drug dealer taking care of them. And then when they get pregnant and done with him, they got another drug dealer that's in line. And this is how this cycle constantly continue in the African-American community. When females are getting pregnant by different guys. Because they can't have one man living with them. Uncle Sam said, no. If we come and do an inspection, we'll do a surprise inspection on you. And if we find any garments in that motherfucker that belong to men, not your kids, you losing your voucher and your certificate and everything else that come with that. So, of course, it turns the female into what? What do it turn the female into, y'all? Huh? Hoes. God damn it. Hoes. Because they sleeping with different guys. Some of them got 6, 7 different baby daddies. Some of y'all can bounce for what I'm talking about when I say that. Some of them got 8 baby daddies. Facts. Not fiction. But once again, it was all designed that way, ladies and gentlemen. It was created. Joe Biden said it better. We created this situation. Now we want to lock them up. After we created a situation, now we can start mass incarcerating these motherfuckers. Getting them out of the way. Getting them out the way. This is what your boy Joe Biden said when he came up with that crime bill 94. And half y'all went out there, females, once again, voting for your massa. And to this day, y'all still standing on that shit. That's why I don't understand how Maxine Waters, back to Maxine Waters, was fighting hard about the CIA dumping that dope in the African-American community, and no one was held accountable. It's men now serving life sentences behind dope. Black men did numbers in prison behind dope that was set up and designed that way for failure through the CIA, the government. And y'all still trust the government? That's why I said you can't trust the government. When the government was selling y'all out, when the Biden administration was in there, once again, it's always Democrats that's selling the peoples out, man. It's a pattern of that shit. If y'all follow the trail, goddammit, the money trail, goddammit, you'll come up with a Democrat behind the scenes, pulling the motherfucking strings. Facts. Not fiction. So when I come up here and I try to enlighten the peoples on, look, Maxine Waters. Ayo, Maxine Waters, what happened to the fight? Even Dr. Khalid Muhammad even gave you a shout out and said, no, Maxine Waters sat on that Senate and she said, y'all pushing that dope in them African-American communities. And we're going to do a video on Maxine Waters when she was fighting for the African-American community about the CIA pumping that dope in the communities, y'all. That got a lot of our black men incarcerated. Life sentence, felonies on their record. Designed for what, ladies and gentlemen? Failure. They constantly kept their foot and constantly keep their foot on the black man, the trailer park white man trash neck. Facts. Now at this point, as the world see, we all slaves. God damn it. Every last single one of us are slaves. White, black, green, yellow, orange, whatever the fuck you think, what color you are, or whatever race you are, all right? You're a goddamn slave. I don't give a damn how much dividends you got, because you're spending them dividends, putting it back into what? The system. That's ran by what? Huh? The World Economic Forum, where these guys make decisions before the peoples even know what was going on. Even with that experiment, like I said, it's always two key words. Experiment and what else, ladies and gentlemen? Experiment and what else? Create. They create situations for failure in the African-American community, what they always been doing, them Democrats. Look at the situation they created within the last 4 years when Biden was in office. Look at the shit they created. They let millions of people cross the border. But yet Maxine Waters fought for them illegal drugs coming across the borders back in 94. So what happened all this within them couple years, whereas though you want open borders now, Maxine Waters? Huh? What happened? I know what happened. You turned the other cheek for some crumbs. You start selling niggas out like everybody else was, putting their foot on other niggas' neck like everybody else do, and you turned the other cheek. Now you fighting for illegal migrants. This is a sad look. This is a sad look. And like I said, not near one house nigga advocated for Mumi Abu-Jamal to be pardoned. You understand me? If not pardoned, like they did your boy Leonard Peltier, they let him come home. They commuted his sentence. Why they couldn't commute Mumi Abu-Jamal? Why they couldn't fight for that cause? You got more niggas out there fighting for illegal migrants than their own peoples. And that's why I don't give a fuck about these niggas, man. These old house niggas, man. Them motherfuckers can eat shit and die. We at war, y'all. And if you on the other side, goddammit, destroying your own peoples, you're a traitor to your race and you deserve to be eliminated at this point. Ain't no saving you. You deserve to be eliminated. Like I keep hollering, it's gonna be bloodshed, goddammit. It's in the makings, goddammit. Don't get it fucked up for 1 minute. You look around the world, you see nothing but bloodshed going on. Why we ain't fighting? Everybody fighting but us. And we at the bottom of the chain. Why? Because it was designed, once again, it was designed and what, ladies and gentlemen, orchestrated that way. To keep black at the bottom. You understand me? To eventually eliminate black. What they tried to do, their whole agenda. The Democratic Party. And this video, like I said, is about Maxine Waters. We're going to upload the video so y'all can see what I'm talking about when she was fighting hard like a motherfucker. About them dumping that dope. The CIA dumping that dope in the African-American community. I'm going to upload the video. And then we're going to do the crack epidemic when Ronald Reagan was the president. The CIA, Ronald Reagan. This shit was designed, y'all. Like Joe Biden said, we created this. Now that we created it, we can lock them up now. We can start mass incarcerating them now. Because we created a situation where there's no win for them. Out of all these elections that been going on, y'all, who been advocating for the black man? Or the motherfucking trailer park white man? Trailer park trash white man? Who been advocating for us, y'all? Not these motherfuckers we elect. Because as we can see, they reading from a script. And like I did, I'll just put the video up of how these motherfuckers reading from a script from the World Economic Forum. That's already made up before these niggas even get elected. So they got to read from that script. That's a fact, not fiction. Why are you thinking all these Democratic ran cities, ladies and gentlemen, and Pennsylvania, they going up on everything? Your Pico, everything is going up. Why? Because they want the American people to pay for their fuckery. Oh, we ain't bowing down to Donald Trump. We got a way to get around that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up on the peoples. We're going to raise everything on the peoples and say, look what Donald Trump is doing. The economy is still fucked up. Gas prices is high. They playing a blame game in all these Democratic ran cities. Because why? They're pulling the strings. Ladies and gentlemen,